Hello, this is Steve Thoele, Principal Broker with Premier Property Group, and bringing you another weekly update on the Newberg, Oregon real estate market. This update is going to cover the last 8 weeks of market activity, ending this past Sunday, October 30th. So I'm going to share my screen with you now and go through the info with you. So first off, we'll look at active listing activity. This last week, I showed we had 8 new properties come on the market in Newberg, down from 15 the week prior. You can kind of see where it's been over the prior 8 weeks on a weekly basis, a low of 5 listings, a high of 17. Ended the week with 97 homes in active status, which is up a couple from the prior week, and you kind of see is a slight high for the 8-week period here. The median price and days on market for the active listings, you can kind of see we started the period here with around 590 or so for the first 2 or 3 weeks. And it's trended down from there. The last 2 weeks, we've been at 560 for the median price. And then days on market, you can kind of see that that's been fairly steady the past month or so, kind of in the mid 40s. This last week came in at 45 days of average market time for the active listings right now. Moving along to pending sales. This last week in Newberg, I show we had 6 pendings this past week. And you can see that's been very steady here on a weekly basis. We had a low of 4 and a high of 11. And we ended the week with 40 homes in pending status. And we have been losing quite a bit of pendings. You can kind of see over the prior 8 weeks here. We had 8 weeks back, we had 62 in pending status. And this last week, we were down to 40. So definitely, slower level of sales have been materializing over the past couple months. Median price and days on market for the pendings, you kind of see, we had a low of 500, a high of 540 2 weeks ago. This last week came in at 522. And then days on market, you can kind of see we started off at about 26 days to begin the period here. Got up to 50 about a month ago, and it's been dropping a little bit from there. This last week came in at 41 days of median days on market. Okay, so moving along to the sold listings. As of the time I put the info together here, I showed we had 5 properties go from pending to sold last week here in Newberg. It's down quite a bit from the prior week where we had 15, which was a high. And when I look over the prior 4 weeks of activity here, we had 35 homes go from pending to sold this last week, and that's down a little bit from the prior week, but it's been pretty steady here actually over the past month or so now. The median price and days on market for those sold, you can kind of see that that's been on the increase. We had a low of 455,000 about 7 weeks back, and it's been climbing up from there. This last week came in at 505, so it's been right around a little plus or minus right around 500,000 the past 3 weeks of the median price. And then days on market certainly been increasing at a low of 7 days about 7 weeks back, and it's been climbing it pretty consistently. This last week hit 27 days of average market time for homes that have sold recently in Newberg. And then finally, we'll look at the weeks of inventory and the sale price as a percent of the original list price. Red bars, that weeks of inventory. So we had a low of 6 weeks of inventory, kind of starting the period. Got up to a little almost 13 weeks here, and it's been kind of floating between 9 and 12 over the past month. This last week came in at 11 weeks of inventory, so still shy of 2 months worth of inventory. And then the sale price as a percent of the original list price, you can kind of see we had a high of just under 97% here, and it's trended down, although it recovered just a tad this last week to 94.7. So, just a little more than a 5% discount off of list price. So, due to the listings being fairly steady as well as sales, we really haven't moved a whole lot here over the past month. And but prices definitely continue to to be subject to a lot of price reductions and buyers being a little more aggressive on making offers and sellers having to make some concessions in order to get their homes sold right now. So I hope this weekly update has been helpful and informative for you. As always, if I can ever answer any questions or be of any help, please don't hesitate to reach out. My number is 503-680-2065. And if you're watching this video on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click the subscribe button. It's a great way for you to follow along on what's happening in your local market. And as always, I really appreciate you watching. Hope you have a fantastic day and week ahead. And we will see you on the next video.